The more car-sharing programs are available, the fewer people need to actually own a vehicle. But the choice is suddenly shrinking in the city of Toronto. A popular service is leaving and taking its cars to other Canadian cities. And it's all because of a dispute over parking. Jeannie Lee is here with more on that. And I think one of the reasons people like this service is you could say, pick a car to go up at your place, go to someone's place for dinner, just leave it there. And if you wanted to find another way to get home, you just could. You didn't have to bring the car back.
Right, or you could also make a short trip, or you could keep the car for, as long as you wanted, as long as you paid the rates, which were very low.
Had that flexibility.
Exactly, and by the way, Car2Go has no registration fee, or annual fee, membership fee of any kind, which was what made it so appealing to 80,000 people that the company says did sign up for this service. So the fight is over parking, and it's a dispute between the City of Toronto and Car2Go, which is owned by Daimler, as in Mercedes-Benz. And caught in the middle are all these people. So the CEO let them know today that as of a week from now, Car2Go is gone from Toronto. Here's what he had to say. We know Torontonians love free float car share, which is what this model is, but the legal framework City Council set forth effectively forces us to leave the city. That's not what we want to do, but we are left with no other choice given the severe restrictions set forth in the pilot. So he's talking about a pilot project that the city wants to launch to try to resolve this issue of people parking in residential neighborhoods where already parking is very tight. You know what Toronto is like. You can't, the idea that the city has is you shouldn't be able to just park everywhere or anywhere you want. You can't be that flexible. And it also proposed things like a $1,500 per car permit fee be paid to the city coffers, which of course would, hurt that model that Car2Go is famous for, because then it would have to raise either the rates or maybe charge a membership fee. So that's why it's now Car2No-Go, I guess.
That's why I have a bike. All I need is a pole to park it.
And hope that it doesn't get stolen.
That's right. That's very true. So what happens now?
Well, what happens now is there's a week, so we don't know if there's going to be last-minute resolution to this, because the fact is, for those who are against further regulation of a company that seems to be quite popular, the fact is that something's got to give when other people are also needing to park. But maybe there will be a resolution. In the meantime, there are 350 vehicles, and Car2Go says it'll just send those to the other cities where it operates, in Vancouver, Calgary, and Montreal. So those cities, the drivers will get more choice and more availability, and there will be less so for Toronto, which leaves Toronto in a bit of a bind, because the fact is, you want to promote less driving, less car ownership. That actually means fewer vehicles parked on streets, all the time, as opposed to the odd Car2Go vehicle being parked. So here's what the mayor had to say throughout this process. He doesn't sound very conciliatory, by the way. Car2Go has chosen confrontation over collaboration with City Council. Their response was to repeatedly threaten to leave the city. It is their decision alone to walk away from a clear path towards regulations that would allow them to operate in a reasonable and compatible way. So right now, the two sides don't sound too friendly.
No.
But, there are all the users that are stuck in the middle. A lot of people don't want to buy a car or can't afford to, and this was a solution for them.
Especially in a city like Toronto. All right.